Let's read this Spidey book.
Did someone say Spidey? Hey kids, it's me, Spidey. You're reading a book about me? Can I read it?
Yeah.
Well, hey guys. Welcome back to Reading with Spidey. Today we are reading 5-minute Spidey stories, and let's look. What should we read today?
Sandman.
Let's read Sandman Won't Share. Welcome guys, glad to read with you. Let's read. I wonder if I do cool things in this book. I bet I will.
Hey, before it darts, push that guy to dancing on yours. Do it. Good.
Sandman won't share. Guys, I gotta be honest. I cannot see in this mask right now. If I take my mask off, will you keep my secret identity secret? Okay. Okay, here we go. Whoa. Guys, it's me, Dad's Read-Along Stories. Don't tell anyone that I'm also Spider-Man. Let's continue. Let's read Sandman Won't Share. What do you do on a hot summer day? Why, go to the beach, of course. That's exactly what Peter, Gwen, and Miles have done. As they sit on the sand, they decide to build the ultimate sand castle. Each one of them adds a special touch. Gwen makes a sand stage where an imaginary sand queen can put on a rock concert. Peter adds a landing pad where a make-believe sand rocket can land. And Miles creates wonderful towers like the artist that he is. Now this is what I call a sand castle, Gwen says brightly. While the kids add some finishing touches to their sandy creation, Aunt May waves at them. Yo-ho, she says, I'm gonna go and do a little roller skating. I'll be right back. The kids wave goodbye as Peter says, have fun, Aunt May. Aunt May zooms down a boardwalk that runs next to the beach. Oh yeah, she says with a smile, I still have the moves. But something makes a huge splash in front of Aunt May. Splash! Whoa, she says, almost losing her balance. She takes a second to look at what made the splash. It's a water balloon. Soon, a kid runs over to make sure Aunt May is okay. Sorry, he said. A boy holding a water balloon joins him. We were throwing water balloons, the boy said, and I guess this one got away. It's okay, Aunt May said with a smile, but you should probably play closer to the sand.
Beach.
To the beach. Meanwhile, Miles puts a tiny flag made of seaweed atop the sand castle. Done, he says, looking at their creation with pride. Perfect. Right then, another water balloon lands with a splash. Only this time, it lands on the kids' sand castle. Oh, Miles groans with disappointment. The two kids run over and apologize. Sorry, it was an accident, says one boy. That's okay, Peter replies. It's hard to be too upset, Gwen adds. The beach is here for everyone to have fun. Peter, Gwen, and Miles agree that the fun part was actually building the sandcastle, so they decide to make another one. The other two kids love the idea and run off to create their own sandcastle. But just as Peter and his friends are about to get started, they hear a loud, rumbling sound and the beach begins to shake. Whoa, do you guys feel that? Gwen asks. Yeah, what is it? Miles wonders aloud. Miles doesn't have to wonder for long, because at that moment, the beach stops shaking. A cloud of sand appears, taking the form of Sandman. Sandman laughs boldly. Surprise, everyone! Look who's here! This means trouble, Gwen says. And trouble means it's Spidey time. That's me, Spidey.
Can you turn into Spidey?
I am Spidey.
You gotta put your mask.
I heard people were building sandcastles. Sandman says to a family on the beach. Your sandcastle is just a crummy little castle, but I'll fix that. Raising his arms, Sandman turns his fist into a large sandy hammer. Then he smashes the family's sandcastle. That's enough, Sandman, says Ghost Spider. She swings in on a web, followed by Spidey and Spin. The beach is for everyone to share and have fun, Spin says. Not today it isn't, Sandman cackles. Stop, Sandman, Spidey declares as he and his friends swing to catch the bad guy. Stop, Sandman says. I'm just getting started. Then Sandman waves his hand. From out of the beach, a large sandy wall appears, blocking Spidey. There's no way he can reach Sandman now. But Team Spidey is not ready to call it quits. Spin tries to reach for Sandman, but the bad guy turns the sand under the superhero's feet into a deep pit. Luckily, Spin manages to leap out of the way before he gets swallowed up. Whoa, Spin says. That was close. Next, Ghost Spider tries to stop Sandman, but before she can do anything, Sandman makes a miniature sandstorm. The sand flies right into Ghost Spider's face. Hey, Ghost Spider says, cut that out.
Gee, that's funny.
Then Sandman gets a very big idea. He uses his powers to create an absolutely enormous sandcastle on the beach. Now this is what I call a sandcastle, Sandman says, standing atop his creation. Isn't it big and beautiful? It's the best! Ask anyone! There's nobody to ask because you chased everyone away, Spidey scolds. You're supposed to share the beach, not take it all for yourself, Spin adds. And sandcastles are for fun, Gwen says, not for showing off. Then the group gets an idea. If we knocked his castle down, he couldn't show off anymore, Spin says. Maybe he'd leave and everyone else would come back. That's a good idea, Spidey says, as he sees what's left of the sandcastle he built for his friends. Remember our sandcastle? How it just fell apart when it got hit by a water balloon? The group decides to make their own water balloon and to take down Sandman's castle. They'll make their balloon out of webs and fill it with water from the ocean. Go webs, go! Team Spidey shouts. Back at the big sandcastle, Sandman enjoys having the beach all to his selfish self. I showed 'em all, he says. I'm better and smarter than anyone else on the beach. Hey, Sandman! The bad guy turns in the direction of the voice and sees Spidey, the web slinger, Ghost Spider, and Spin swing a big web sack full of water around their heads, and they let it go! Splash! The big web ball of water completely douses Sandman and his big, beautiful sandcastle. The bad guy groans as the sandcastle falls apart. Sandman slumps down on the beach in a giant puddle of water and sand. My beautiful castle, he shouts, ruined! And just look what you did to my beach. It's not your beach, Sandman, Ghost Spider points out. You can share it like everyone else, Spidey says. Deep inside, Sandman wonders if maybe the superheroes are right. Maybe sharing is better than keeping everything to himself. But Sandman can't admit that he was wrong. Like a spoiled little kid, he says, I don't like to share, and I don't like spiders. And in a poof of sand, he disappears. With Sandman gone, everyone can enjoy the beach again. When Aunt May returns, the group decides it's the perfect time to build an even bigger, better sandcastle together. Now the real fun begins. The end. Well, kids, it was great to read with you, but I have superhero work to do. I need to get back to my life as Spidey. Bye, kids. Spidey's getting old.